Hello there everyone, it is King Sloth back again with a brand new video. Today's going to be another segment of the British Army selection, and that of course, as you can tell by the video, is the interview. The interview, a lot of people are actually stressed out about this, and I've had a lot of people message me, so I thought, you know what, I want to give you what my interview was like, and also some little tips and tricks on how to best get through it. The interview comprises mainly of past, present, future. That's the best way of looking at it. The past, they'll go through, they'll ask you questions about what you've done in your past. What have you done for work? Have you done any charity fundraising? Have you done anything like fitness wise? So like with me, I was like, okay, I've done the 3 Peaks challenge. For training, I've been in the past, you know, what makes it relevant is I've played rugby for the county. And then for charity wise, I've done loads of different charity events for different. I've done Help for Heroes, which is obviously a military charity, Royal British Legion military charity, so it was all very good. Then it goes into the present, so it's like, okay, so what have you been doing for training? What have you done for training since you've decided you want to join the army? And education, what have you been doing? I was like, okay, well, I studied a level 3 public services course just to give a generic overview of discipline, loads of different stuff at public service. Really good course actually. And fitness wise, I was there like, I have been running near enough every single day. I'm using the Army Fit app. I use that quite a lot actually. I didn't expect it to be that good, but it actually is very good if you're getting ready for fitness again. I also use the Couch to 10k running app, which is really, really good to get you back into the ease of long distance running. But one thing I didn't mention, which now I've learned now, which I would recommend to anyone who's training for the British Army, start walking with weight. Get that 15 to 20 kilo bag on your back and just walk. Walk, say, a couple of miles and turn back. That's it. Earphones in, blank out the world. But for the present stuff, you want to make out like you've been doing so much education wise and also physical wise. Also, that for the present, you want to see like if you've been revising your phase 1 or what's going to entail in your phase 1. They'll be asking you questions all about that. The next thing that I ask you is also about your phase 2 training. Where would your phase 2 training be? What does it entail? What does the job role? What happens? And the question which stumps most people, this is like the weird questions that I'll ask. So like, okay, if you're in this situation, what do you expect to happen? The main thing is they'll ask you about siege rules. If you don't know what siege rules are, I might make a video on it, but I think it is pretty common knowledge by now. You could just Google what siege rules is. It is the courage, discipline, respect, integrity, loyalty, and selfless commitment. The interviewer is likely to ask you, okay, what are the siege rules? What's the army like ethos, standards? What should you work by? And then they'll be like, would you get it all down? Say them all very well, because you revise them, you know them off the back of your hand, you know all what you should do by the assessment at that point. They'll ask you, okay, so which one do you think is most relevant to you? You're like, oh, Jesus, which one's most relevant to me? I'm like, okay. I think respect, with me, I was like, I think respect for others. And then like, okay, explain. So with me, this is just my example of what I did. Obviously, for each person, there's a different story. Respect for others, I did a lot of travelling when I was younger, which includes like your Turkey, your Tunisia, different like Middle Eastern countries, mainly places that have different religions, and of course they all have different cultures, different ways of doing things. The way that I showed respect for others was accepting the beliefs. I even spoke to a couple of people about their beliefs and explaining that, okay, well I don't believe that, but I'm Christian, so I respect what you're saying. Eventually had a couple of good conversations. There was a young lad in Tunisia called Sammy, and we had a conversation with him. He was Islam, and he was there like, I don't agree. He literally said, was there like, I don't follow Christianity, but I understand why you do. It's good. So we had like a proper intellectual conversation about different religions, but by not being that like belligerent fool, you'd be like, you like that religion? That's stupid. You're not being that guy. By having this intellectual conversation, like challenging ideas, you are showing respect. You're showing a lot of respect. Also, you can mention another one, easy one. You can mention about if you're in a workplace. You mention courage, which is like one of the main things. Especially if you join the army, you need to have some sort of courage, physical or mental courage. Mentally, say if you're at work with somebody and you don't agree with their opinion or you don't think that idea is going to work, you need to have the courage to stand up and be like, okay, it's not going to work. We need to take it back, readdress it, and sort it out. But the interview mainly comprises of asking what you've been doing to train, what you're currently doing to train, what your phase one's going to be like, or what you expect your phase one to be like, what your phase two entails, what do you think your job role actually entails. So a lot of people pick a job because they saw the pictures on a army jobs, but they don't actually learn about that. Whereas me, I was quite lucky. I had a couple of people who I knew were already in that same job role. So it became, I'd ask them questions about, okay, so what's it like? What do you do day-to-day basis? What sort of kit do you work on? I was full of information. So that's your phase one, phase two, what your job actually does. And obviously ask you the procedurals questions. That's one of the main ones. I'm sure there'll be other questions. It depends on the interviewer. I may be making like a part two of the interview because it is quite fully in depth. There's a lot of questions I could possibly ask. So I might do like a rapid fire. These are the questions I could ask. These are some smart answers to make yourself sound better. But anyway, it is King Sloth. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'm aiming for 10 likes on the video. As always, I like 10. It's a nice number, nice and easy. But yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day. And I will see you for the next video on Thursday, which is going to be a reaction to the US paratroopers. And I'll see you on the live stream tomorrow evening from 7 PM on Twitch. See you all soon.